Hi everyone. So let me tell you a story. The other day, I took my niece, I brought her to school and I introduced her to the Pink Tower. And as she was exploring with the blocks, a tiny little feather floated in through the window and fell onto the mat. And she forgot about these cubes, and her attention went to this teeny tiny little feather. Now she's 2.5 years old. She goes and she uses her little chubby fingers and she picks up this tiny leaf, this tiny feather, and she's just looking at it and she's feeling it and exploring with this little feather. Her complete attention was on the tiniest, flimsiest object in this room. The reason for this is because she's in the sensitive period for learning through small objects. I'm sure you all have experienced something similar where your child's attention goes to small objects. Their focus is completely on the smallest thing. And it surprises us because in this big, vibrant world, we're constantly providing our children these bright, colorful, huge toys when actually they really want to play with small things. Their attention is drawn to it. That's the way they're made. And through these activities, through working with small things, what happens is that automatically, as you can see, their pincer grip gets developed because they pick them up with these three fingers, which we use for writing later. So it's helping them get ready for writing. It's developing their eyes and hand coordination, the ability for their eyes and their hands to work together, which is also an important tool when they're going to write. Apart from that, it builds up their intellectual skills because they're becoming active observers in this environment, and it helps build their focus and concentration, which is very, very important as they grow and develop. You will see in a Montessori classroom, we have a lot of small objects. The pink tower, the smallest cube, is 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter. When we have our practical life activities, we use beans, we use pasta, we use corn. They're all small objects because the child is drawn to them. Many a time I get asked, the question, what if the children eat them and what if they put it in their mouth? They could, because they're in that stage where they're playing with these things and they want to know, how does it feel? How does it taste? That's why we use in our practical life area things that are edible. We will not have cheap plastic toys that might be hazardous for the children, but we have things that are edible. And I encourage you to do that as well at home. If you are preparing activities for your children, rather than putting pebbles and glass beads and things like that, have things that are not going to be hazardous for your child, just in case she does explore with it in her mouth. Okay? When we don't give children the opportunity to be exposed to small objects, it definitely impacts their intellectual development because it's through these experiences that they're developing many skills, that their mind and their brain is growing. So I encourage you to try it out. Feel free to share your thoughts with me. I'd love to hear about it. Have a wonderful day.